And realize there's a reason there's a pack of trolls always hounding here, being like, oh, Zach's always begging. I also hear the troll pack saying every day they're talking about how lazy I am. All Zach wants to do is just sit on his ass and make videos. Do you think this is easy to do?
Here's another short bus rider. Charmed one. I don't need stupid bitches like Charmed one in my fucking chat. I don't need stupid cunts on my damn YouTube channel. I really don't. But Charmed one is not somebody you want around.
And hey, by the way, my dedicated troll who just put up another slander video that's totally false. Again, there's a new video about what a horrible tournament we're having. First of all, a lot of people in my community made a fortune in the opening 2 days of the tournament. These are how the trolls are. See, this is what trolls do. They don't acknowledge any of the right stuff, which is amazing, which is unprecedented, which has never been done before, but then they want to bring up all the little wrong things. The trolls are more tenacious and vicious than ever. You know, the people who work against me each day, they're very effective at what they do. You know, they might get sponsorships ended overnight.
Welcome back, Truth Seeker.
And like, for example, right now he's uploading like videos of where I said things 6 years ago that I shouldn't have said that I've already apologized for and trying to bring it out to new content to make me look bad. Zach's a racist because he said this 6 years ago. Yeah, I apologized for that a long time ago, and I haven't done that since. But I apologized for that a long time ago, and I haven't done that since. I got to admit, man, all of us have a racist side in us. Man, when I get an ignorant black person that goes off on me, I'll tell you what, there must be something in my programming too, because I am always on the verge of that word. I didn't call it the M-word, but I'm telling you, man, it was on the tip of my tongue. Support the work, join the Patreon. I don't charge very much. You are coming up on one of the best lines I've ever heard in all of the world of comedy. Here we go. You know, I might charge $5 a month. The shit's worth $5,000 a month. For all you guys who continue to watch the struggle over here, the censorship, the lack of support, the lack of resources, and know this message is important, you know, man, if one of these months you can just find that dollar in your pocket instead of the lint.
Fuck these losers begging for $1 nonstop. Yeah, I just need $1. Give me $1. For how long, man? How long do you need $1 for?
It would be super helpful. And realize there's a reason there's a pack of trolls always hounding here, being like, oh, Zach's always begging. Yeah, fair words. Fair words. What I'm begging for is to change the world.
And he needs money. He always needs money.
Again, that's the problem. It's like the feds, the agencies, they're all watching nonstop. Sounds like a mental illness. They're employing all kinds of trolls and harassers to just mess with us every day.
You might be following someone who is just severely mentally ill.
It would probably be sad to see the millions of dollars spent on the network of trolls that harass 24/7, 365. Again, you just listen to it. It's like mental illness compared to the pennies that have come in to actually help out the movement. I mean, to me, that's a joke right there. That's a joke. I don't even want to hear that. It's just like, oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, I mean, that's the problem over here. There are just not enough people who care or want to do anything or help get this work to where it needs to be. You worthless losers can't chip in $1. I also hear the troll pack saying, like, they're just trolls, right? But every day they're talking about how lazy I am. All Zach wants to do is just sit on his ass and make videos.
Well, it's true.
Do you think this is easy to do? To get up every day and decode the news and put it all together historically in a seamless timeline and present it correctly?
Seems pretty easy.
And then also decode all the sports every day and help people win money like nearly every single day?
Yeah.
It's not very often we have a losing day. We'll have some 50 days here and there. We have a lot of big winning days. Yeah.
Sure, Jan.
This isn't easy. Listening to trolls who work at gas stations and can't hold down a job as a waiter talk about how this isn't work. You guys, it's the 21st century. It's the information age. The most valuable thing in the world is information. We're working in the realm of information, the most valuable thing there is.
Oh, brother.
You guys are sitting there being like, a real job is getting behind a cash register and putting 20 on pump 5.
You work at a gas station like Dan Barrett, who was another brilliant gematria teacher, then you'd be a loser, according to Zach. So it sounds to me like he hates anybody who just ever had a real job.
They're going to go do a stream together in 5 minutes. They'll be streaming together talking about how, you know, I'm frauding people. Yeah. Actually helped a lot of people win a lot of money yesterday is what we helped them do.
Whoa! Congratulations to the winners!
Yeah, like we do day after day. So we do day after day.
Are you familiar with the term delusions of grandeur?
Hey, D26, do you want to move out to the United States? What do you guys think? There's so many people that would be worthy of great employees, but don't you guys think D26 would be like the greatest employee for this movement? So you just talk to me, D26, if you want to come out here. We might have to figure out a way.
This is the same guy who rags on companies for hiring foreigners. Meanwhile, he's got a mail-order bride and wants to hire someone from India for his first employee. The hypocrisy never ends.
You've got to get traction, and then you have to get, noticed.
LAF, I appreciate your long-time support. I think you need to get some rest though tonight. You sound absolutely exhausted. Again, we're working on getting the traction, LAF, and thank you again for the support.
Shut the fuck up.
Uh-oh. I got to move on. It's not going well. Indeed. Again, you guys, I just hate how everyone's so obsessed with money.
Ironic.
You guys, I'm doing fine financially, okay? I'm doing better than most people are, and I always have been.
Except for when he was broke in 2018 and decided to start mooching off the community.
But like I always say, I need people to support this work in a major level so we can take it to a whole new level. Like I always say, if there was 1 million people here pledging $1 a month, are any of you worthless losers in the chat pitching in $1? But then I say this and it just falls on deaf ears. People will be like, Zach, whatever, why don't you just go bet all the money in the casino and make the million yourself? It's like, oh yeah, so I should just do everything. I should teach all day, decode all day, gamble all day, pay every last bill all day. Again, you're just making excuses. So I just get tired of listening to all the sorry-ass motherfuckers with their stupid-ass comments. And
Oh, poor baby.
I just think, God, if this world wasn't full of sorry-ass motherfuckers, there would be $1 million or 1 million people pledging $1 a month. Imagine all that money had come to me. Me. Let's go out to our first caller. Please be on topic. 515, you're on. Oh, it's a troll. Well, suck on a shotgun, you fucking loser. See, my trolls hate that I tell these people to commit suicide too, but I fucking mean it, and I don't feel bad about it. There's way too many fucking losers in this world. Suck on a fucking shotgun. Well, what's nice about the call board is when we have trolls. Isn't it funny that the first person waiting is a troll? It's just like, how sad. But the nice thing about the call board is if you call back in from that number, you're automatically now in the do not take the phone call list. So 515, you're done. Pussy! All right, we got one more person on hold, 838.
Like, shut the fuck up before I put a button in your fucking mouth.
It's a troll. The last person was a troll too, the first and the last. Come on, man. Again, you guys, I do want like a $1 million sum of cash in the bank before I start Gematria Effect News. Again, in the near future, you guys, I'm looking to find somebody who's willing to come out near me and work as a teammate, and we just build, and we keep building until we get more employees.
I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's...
We need some serious resources, though, to make something serious happen. This guy doesn't give a fuck about anybody. This guy is an ultimate tyrant who cares about his own net wealth and ego. We're slowly but steadily approaching the goal. You know, I can see ahead that we will eventually reach the point where we have an employee and a location, and eventually, hopefully, more employees. But
I feel like I've heard this story before.
I'll tell you what, though, if this per month thing gets up to something like $10,000 a month, I'll hire a couple people. You know, then I can afford to have some employees. I'll hire Jonathan. You know. Right now, there's 10,787 coming in a month. That's more than I need for myself. That's why I'm paying $1,000 a month for a website. That's why I'm saving the rest of the money for a future cause, like getting a building and renovating it and being able to have the resources to put in the furniture that we can have to set up a, Gematria Effect news studio. This money is for the cause. If this money goes up to $30,000, I'm telling you guys, it's going to happen overnight. We're going to have the building. We're going to have people hired. It's going to make a huge difference. We can do a lot with $30,000 a month, but I am saying we hit $30,000, things will happen. Things will happen, and they'll happen fast, and you'll see it. I'm transparent.
People just eat up the biggest loads of shit there ever were.
I just imagine what this could be if there was a team of people every day working by my side and somebody had some nice video editing skills, but these things are expensive. Still scamming, just telling bullshit stories to try and get donations.
Here's another short bus rider. Charmed one saying, stick to real decodes. Please don't quote trolls. Again, this is the same bitch. Okay, this is the same bitch. And we're going to call her that because, this is what bitches do. This is the same bitch who was literally coming in my fucking stream when the fucking meth addict was on here and was saying, please unwrench me. I don't want your wrench. No, I don't need stupid bitches like Charmed one in my fucking chat. I don't need short bus riders or stupid cunts on my damn YouTube channel. I really don't. I don't need fucking dumb bitches on my account saying, please stick to real decodes. Again, you don't even fucking decode, bitch.
Yeah, fair words. Fair words.
Where's one proof? Where's one proof of you even doing gematria, you fucking stupid bitch? And who even knows if you're a real fucking person? Who even knows? I question that. You know what? The troll's got a point. The troll's got a point. Are you even a fucking real person? But Charm One is not somebody you want around.
Indeed. Again, I don't really see a narrative for Clemson to do. I mean, they've won their first two games as a 6th seed, which isn't out of the ordinary. But I don't really see their narrative going forward. They did a lot for Arizona, so I just see Arizona having the better narrative. And as we know in these middle rounds, a lot of times it is just more about that narrative and the future that's coming. But again, I just see more narrative for Arizona to move forward. And again, scoring 85 in the 85th tournament, Phoenix, Arizona equates to 85 where the Final Four is. How about shut the fuck up, morons? I'm not wrong about anything. Call games from time to time, please, motherfuckers. I've called nearly damn near every fucking sports championship, college and pro, all the time we've been here, months in advance. Go through the resume. And then so my Final Four right now that I'm leaning towards is Arizona in the West. But right now the championship I am leaning towards is a rematch in 1997. The Battle of the Wildcats, the Lute Olson deja vu. Because again, in 1985, Kentucky hosted, the Wildcats won, the Villanova Wildcats. By the way, Villanova Wildcats equals 64 in gematria. If Arizona won it all this year, they'd have 64 tournament wins. And again, there's something about Arizona in 99, and this year the championship's on the 99th day of the leap year. Arizona would get their 31st win. Arizona, if they won the championship, would get their 31st win. State Farm equals 31, the name of the arena it's in. You know what, you guys? This is not a false statement. I could wipe my ass with the name Nostradamus. Literally. I've called nearly damn near every fucking sports championship, college and pro, all the time we've been here, months in advance. Go through the resume. If San Diego State does not win this round and the 85s is bluffing, they'd get their 16th loss in the tournament in the Sweet 16. If UConn wins this game, they'll get their 34th win. Aztecs equals 34. San Diego State equates to 139, which is the 34th prime number. So UConn has a reason for that 34th win against this opponent. Alabama, North Carolina. I was looking for Sweet 16 clues, just things related to 16. Alabama was the only one that I saw that had a number connection with 16, unless I'm missing something. Alabama's coach could stay on 53 losses with Alabama, the 16th prime number, like 53, 16, a pairing. Too bad he can't pick up his 53rd win or 53rd loss. Again, picking up's better than staying, but that was the one 53 I found, and that would be an Alabama upset. NC State and Marquette. We know Marquette is the other team that could potentially get their 48th win in 48 land on 4-8. If he won this game and then beat Houston, he'd get his 77th win, wouldn't he? He was born in 1977. That was the last time Marquette won the championship, 77. Houston's got the 77 connection. Yeah, you might have a lot of predictions, but how often are you wrong? Who cares about how often I'm wrong? Gonzaga and Purdue, but it does stand out that they could fall to 46 and 35 in this round. Gonzaga and Catholic are both 35 in the most pure, and Catholic's also 46. So Gonzaga's flying under the radar this year. Again, they were mediocre all year, and then they caught their stride at the end. But yeah, that 46-35 against Purdue, that's the big scare for them, playing the Catholic Jesuit school Gonzaga. Yeah, so if you had a future in for Purdue, I think that would be a good reason to hedge right there. Do you know how much money I pulled out of the casino's pockets? I guarantee you it's in the hundreds of millions of dollars. And then Duke Houston. If Duke had won, they'd be 4-1 in the tournament. A bit like 41, but at the same time, Houston can get their 41st win. Makes that a little bit tricky. We do know, though, that Houston's coach, if he makes it to the championship, he'll be on 267 wins, which could pair him perfectly with Arizona or UConn. Both schools have the 267 connection. I'm not a greedy person. I don't say, here, to get my sports picks, you got to pay $500 a month, even though they're worth that. You know, they're worth that.
Just as a heads up, he's going to complain about the Marquette-Houston games being counted against him and say, I recommended a hedge parlay for Duke and NC State. The reality is that his notes favored Marquette and Houston to advance, and you can't pick both teams in every game. Not to mention I counted the Alabama game for him even though he played both sides for that game, like usual.
Creighton and Tennessee. Okay, this Tennessee makes sense to advance no matter what, because if they advance to the next round and say Purdue beats Gonzaga, Purdue would then have the narrative to get their 33rd win over Tennessee. Tennessee equals 137, which is the 33rd prime. If Tennessee made it to the next round and faced Gonzaga, they could get their 28th win over Gonzaga, and Gonzaga equals 28. You know, it's nice that Tennessee would line up perfectly with a Purdue or Gonzaga match. The Tennessee coach can also get his 201st win with the team over the Jesuit school. We know the Jesuit order likes that 201 number, but I'm thinking that 201st win versus the Jesuit school and just how he lines up with a Purdue or a Gonzaga match. And then he's always doing his false math for how much money you would have lost, which is total BS. Congrats to the winners. Yeah, we hit the bookie nice. I just got to say this, you guys. We do great in the opening round of the tournament every year, but this tournament has become so damn hard in the last 3-4 years. Now that gambling's way more popular, I think money is a big part of it too. But
Oh, brother.
Flashback.
But again, for people who say like, oh, they wouldn't do this because then it would cost them too much money. Again, you guys, I'm sorry, but those are amateur hour comments. It's just, you got to be careful in this tournament. These middle rounds have been hard as everything the last 2 years. So
Excuses.
But yeah, and honestly, I think UConn is going to make it to the Final Four because it's just too hard to go against them not being there on 4-6 when Connecticut's 46 in the most pure cipher like Phoenix. And yeah, I know it's in Glendale, but the logo's Final Four Phoenix. Glendale's just a suburb of Phoenix. So we got UConn ending up in the Final Four on 4-6 because Connecticut's 46 like Phoenix. This Clemson-Alabama game, I like Alabama. Alabama's coach can get his 213th win in LA, the 213 area code. I love 213 in LA. Yeah, I got to go with Alabama getting the 213th win in the 213. I'm going to stick with the initial thought that Purdue gets their 33rd win of the year here because Tennessee's 137, the 33rd prime. Purdue would get their 48th tournament win. Final Four equals 48. Again, it's in Arizona, the 48th state. They're on their way to the 48th state with their 48th win. They'd stay on 34 losses. Tennessee's 34 in the most pure. But yeah, I'm leaning more towards the Purdue side here. And then so my Final Four right now that I'm leaning towards is Purdue in the Midwest, The NC State Duke game is tricky because NC State can get the 41st win and Duke is 41 in the most pure. But we are seeing that ad that shows Duke UConn for the championship. And it just makes you wonder if NC State wins. Again, they get the 41st win. Duke's 41. They'd be playing in Arizona in the Final Four with a chance to make it to the championship. They could get their 42nd win. Arizona's 42. If you look at the points thing that I did up here, there's a reason to take NC State with the points. They're a 6.5-point dog. If they lost by 6, their scoring right now is plus 28 in the tournament. If they lost by 6, they'd be plus 22. Duke has that 22 connection. So does basketball. So I'm thinking that could be a reason to think they don't lose by more than 6. And then he's always doing his false math. And hey, by the way, my troll, my dedicated troll who just put up another slander video that's totally false.
Is it though?
Why not call in and debate?
Rather go to a hanging.
Let me know why you put up the latest false video with nothing but lies and slanders. Dick-sucking, lying, kike, fag. Again, there's a new video about what a horrible tournament we're having. First of all, a lot of people in my community made a fortune in the opening 2 days of the tournament. The only part of the tournament that was bad for us was the round of 32.
Which is literally what was said in that video, laughing my ass off.
If had we just taken all favorites, you would have hit 15 out of 16 games. We were thinking some upsets were going to come through in that round, but they just went all favorites. And
Excuses.
Steve J comes in and says, look at your Final Four. But yeah, didn't we also explain that it didn't have to be that way? We were just talking about how there was a possible theme from 1985, which was about Wildcats.
And you were wrong.
So anyway, Steve J's a troll. That's why he gets blocked.
Oh, that's not trolls and haters. Those are people who are giving you the facts, and you don't like hearing it.
This is how the trolls are. See, this is what trolls do. They don't acknowledge any of the right stuff, which is amazing, which is unprecedented, which has never been done before, but then they want to bring up all the little wrong things.
People want to focus on the things where I've been wrong, you know? Why?
You know, I guess my troll who makes videos just trying to slander and chop up everything, I guess he puts out sports picks. People said in the first round he put out 3 picks for the first round of the tournament, and they were all heavy favorites.
The fuck are you talking about?
It's like, oh, what a loser. You're trying to talk shit about us as we nail major upset after major upset year after year, and all you can make is 3 picks of 3 heavy favorites? I mean, these are who the trolls are. One lie after the next.
I literally didn't put out a single pick for the tournament, and he's the last person who should be talking about people picking favorites. He does it all the time, like his Kentucky minus 1050 pick who lost to Oakland. Or who could forget when Zach picked Anthony Joshua minus 2500 when he lost to Andy Ruiz in what was boxing's biggest upset in 16 years.
Flashback.
Now, again, shameless promotion for Minero Coffee. Again, they are the first sponsor of the program. Support a local startup who's willing to give a small donation to a truth seeker. But
Yeah, what's going on?
I'm not entirely sure. We got the email you sent out with the clips. Is that Zachary in the clips?
Yeah, that's Zachary K. Hubbard. Is that the representative for your company?
Well, like I said, we just got the email. We're gonna be looking into it, and obviously, if it all checks out, that's not something that we're gonna be associated with. So we appreciate you reaching out.
I've gotten 3 items in the P.O. box. Very nice. Somebody sent a nice coffee mug and a coaster for Sweet Lady. That was very nice, with a nice letter as well. Thank you. And again, also shout out to our one and only sponsor, Minero Coffee, and they'll probably be the one and only sponsor we ever have. Again, the only reason we're doing it is because the man who works for that company actually supports the channel. So if you want to check out Minero Coffee, supporting smaller startup companies like a Minero, gotten 3 items in the P.O. box. Very nice. Somebody sent a nice coffee mug and a coaster for Sweet Lady. That was very nice, with a nice letter as well. Thank you. All right, we will leave it there, though, for now, True Seeker. And because of the algorithm and all the people that work against me each day, again, this knowledge is not reaching how it should. And it's too bad, because if we could rewind 5-6 years and continue to grow at that rate, we might actually be changing the world. But it's a different game now. The algorithm's super clamped down. The trolls are more tenacious and vicious than ever. There has to be a greater effort from the people who care to make more happen. You know, the people who work against me each day, they're very effective at what they do.
Indeed.
They scare a lot of people off from the work. They slander my name in a million different ways all over the place. You know, they might get sponsorships ended overnight. All types of things like this, just because they're so tenacious and working with a dedicated team purpose.
Hey, if there's a part of this really long video that you thought was great, there's a way to clip parts. You can just like clip it and share a short segment. Great things to do.
I agree.
Because the thing is, just like the troll network that works against me every day, they're 10 times more effective than the people that support the work. Because they work really hard every day as a group to like sabotage my name and the work and spread shit everywhere. And, you know, we get a sponsor and then they spam the hell out of the sponsor so much that the sponsor has to shut down their own social media.
While this would be funny if true, it's not. They didn't delete their social media, although they might have blocked him laughing out loud. Also, why would the sponsor get rid of him so quickly if they watch his channel like he claimed? They would have already knew about his rants and wouldn't be bothered by them. Almost seems like he was lying and just took the sponsor for the money.
That's all, folks.
Till next time, True Seeker.